Don't listen to this if you're a pussy.
Bretsky!
What?
Get your ass over here!
All rise! It's the VIPod!
Come get it while it's hot. Season 2 is just gonna smell like a fried chicken fire log in here. Squirt. Squirt, 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 squirt. You know what our listeners want to hear? What? I don't know either. Where's that cactus? We should just have the cocaine song as our intro.
What the
I'm an immigrant. Did you just try to play footsie with me? You know who I really hate?
Tommy, I am your father.
Oh, so now we're doing movie quotes?
Yep.
Run, Bretsky, run! Are you recording?
Yep.
No, but really. Are you recording?
Yeah.
I get it. I see what you're doing here.
All right, you may be seated. I am the greatest one, Wayne Bretsky, and I'm sitting here alongside the Tommy Show 1.0. I've got the face for radio, he's got the voice for print, and we are the VIPod. You fucked up, Tommy. Fucking every time.
I'm just kidding. No, we're good. We're good to go. We're good to go. Welcome in, guys. God, I mean, I did fuck up a little bit, but we're still good. We're still good.
Come prepared
I saved
finally.
the day. Oh, yeah. Prepared my ass. Go fuck yourself, Bretsky. You're never prepared. Loads.
So on this show, for those of you who are new listeners, loads is our inclusive way of saying cheers, and it means take a drink or a hoot or whatever makes you feel happy. It doesn't need to be anything crazy.
I just got this Wayne Gretzky 99 premium lager. Fucking fantastic.
The Wayne Bretsky one's better. Loads.
No, I don't know. It's really good. This is the first time I try. I have an IPA too at home, and the other one's the pale ale. So we'll see how it is. But
I'll give you a pale ale.
Let's do it. Speaking of pale ales, fuck. Yesterday, man, I wanted to stop this guy. I was driving to work, and he's driving a Jeep. One of those, like...
So he's a stripper.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
The stripper Jeeps, but he has the big-ass fucking wheels on it. Like, they're sticking out at least 6 inches or
Monster
more.
truck.
But
Sunday.
But they're low-profile
Oh, my God.
tires. So it looked horrible. But what got me...
Gonna go off-roading in your big low profiles?
But why I wanted to punch this guy in the face was I look in the back. So you know how there's a spare tire?
Yeah.
Well, he has a spare rim.
Oh my God.
But no tire on it. Like, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I even took a
Well,
picture.
because he probably already blew one because this is Winnipeg. Have you driven these roads this winter?
Like, it was a nice...
I bet you there's better paved roads in Bosnia.
But, like, look at that.
Oh, God. That is... Oh.
Like, I was just... And, yeah, it's just...
I want to throw a stick in the spokes. That's what that makes
but
me
it's just a fucking rim. I'm like, how stupid... Like... I don't get it. Like, I don't like Jeeps anyways. I know a lot of people like them.
That's Jeep owners in a nutshell right there.
Yeah,
but
I really hope our guests, today's guests, don't drive a Jeep because I just totally shit talk them. So I'd like to welcome our guests for today.
Let me welcome them because you always get the guests and you
That's
complain
true.
I don't do
Actually,
anything.
finally, yeah, you got a guest today. So
Finally,
yeah,
I brought somebody
do it up,
in.
do it up,
Good
do
old
it up.
friend of mine, Taylor, here, and the rest of his band, the Lost Planet Airmen. Welcome, guys. You're actually the first two-time... I guess you're not a two-time guest, but they
were featured on the show.
You're the only other person who's ever been featured on the show to come back other than Jags.
Well, Jaguar is
this
a
isn't
piece of
working
shit.
out
Yeah,
very well. I
exactly.
didn't plan this.
No. Way to go.
But,
I had a speech prepared and everything, but you fucked it up. I love it. Perfect.
But
welcome, guys.
Why don't you guys introduce yourselves real quickly? And
so I know we have Brian and Rice, right?
yeah, Brian, Rice, and Trailer.
Pretty much it.
I know I was joking about that when you featured you guys on here.
Yeah.
But so Ryan,
Yep.
Bryce, and Taylor, welcome,
Yep.
guys.
Thank you.
And I always mix up your guys' band name. I've said like Planet Lost Airmen.
Planet of the Lost Airmen.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That should be your next album.
No, their next album name is going to be the VIPod.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry.
Or at least you guys should make a song about us, anyways. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
All right.
We could do that.
Fuck
We've
you,
been
Britsky. The name, is it based off of like the old black and white movie?
Yes. Well,
Of course
Are
it
you
is.
guys geeking out now? Are you guys going to geek out? Okay.
just a tad. So, vape away.
Yeah.
It's a movie, and I want to say a book.
Probably, sure. Lots of movies and books too. I'll
But
believe
yeah,
it.
I was looking up sci-fi names, like movie and book names from the 1950s and older, and that's how that came about. So, and then I found out that apparently there's already a band with
Commander.
sort of our name.
Which was also based on
Well,
the
it was,
same
it,
book
it was like
slash
somebody
movie.
and the
Yeah.
Lost Planet.
Yeah,
Commander
Commander
Cody.
Cody and
Yeah,
his
that's what it
Lost
was.
Planet Airmen. Yeah.
But Commander
Oh, well,
Cody
that doesn't
died,
count.
and he owned the rights, so I don't know.
Whatever.
Finders
Hey,
keepers.
You know what? It's like we talked about the intergalactic sauces guys, where like
Yeah, they have the NASA logo.
NASA,
It's
yeah.
right up there. That's right.
Yeah,
above
they have the
Duckies
NASA.
there.
Well, you know what? If somebody actually comes after them, that means they made it big, right? So
Yeah.
same thing with you guys. If somebody comes and claims it, like, hey,
Yeah,
And
you'd be
if
like, all
you're
right, we'll
gonna-
change our names now.
If you're gonna fucking steal anything, that's way bigger than what we
But you know
do.
what? All the NASA stuff is public domain, I think. Like all
is
their
it?
photographs and everything.
Oh, yeah, that's
Well,
true,
that's because our first official, like when we released our first single, we stole the NASA photo
It
of
was like
Oh, yeah,
for
the
moon,
three
moon
astronauts.
landing there.
Yeah, the
one of the moon
astronauts, right.
landings, and then we talked about it because I was like, "Oh, are
Are
we
you
gonna
guys
get
still
fucked?
performing in the astronaut
No.
suits, or did that
God,
just get
no.
way too hot?
one time only. That was-
Once, I mean, maybe we'll we also have them, and maybe we'll eventually do
An
it for something.
outdoor winter
Or
show.
do we all have them?
You should see Bryce's. He turned it into a romper. Actually, he cut the sleeves and the legs off. It's a full on. He looks great in it. But
Beautiful.
Nice.
We'll,
Yeah,
we'll put the
it was
pictures up on the socials.
so when did you guys start the band?
2 years ago.
I thought you were gonna be
Literally.
like Tuesday.
Literally 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much within, give or take, a couple weeks.
And this is the original lineup.
That's it.
Okay, nice. So,
Yeah.
have you guys known each other from before, or did you guys
Meet
find
on
yourself
Grindr?
Grindr on Tinder or whatever? Like, I mean, we're not judging,
A little bit of both.
Okay.
We're an inclusive podcast.
Ryan and I have known each other for 7 years now.
let's throw it out there. So.
Yeah.
We played in a cover band together.
They met at Fat Camp.
Fuck, it works. Maybe you and I should join the fat camp.
No, that's the whole problem is they don't have them anymore, or else me and you would totally be there.
It was right before they stopped making fat camps.
I guess it was too offensive, eh? So they canceled them.
It's like, what was that movie with The Rock and Kevin Hart, and The Rock at the beginning, he's
Oh
fat.
yeah, that was the Central Intelligence.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like Bert Kreischer. I'm just gonna come out fat, and that's it.
I already get Burt Kreischer comparisons, so
Yeah, you do.
with my
okay.
shirt on.
So anyway, back on track.
We played in a cover band, like a classic rock, basic cover band.
Yeah, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, and he's a really good bass player.
There's
So-
no
Okay.
such thing.
No, there is. And when we both left the band, I was like, oh. And we were good friends, but like,
Let's keep jamming.
because how
yeah.
long ago was it? How long did we play in the band? 2 years?
About 2 years as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of
So-
classic rock cover bands, when we first started the podcast and we were trying to get our own like call-in line, we tried to get 8675309. Wasn't available, but
Of
we
course.
shot our shot.
I feel like that number's never available.
Yeah. Well, you would have to start with 204 or 431 for us.
But still,
Would you want it though? Like imagine the phone calls you would get.
absolutely.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
I would
yeah.
absolutely, because you know how hard it is to get phone calls.
We try to insult people.
Like
you know,
even
piss
our
them off,
friends won't phone us.
Yeah.
Like,
You got
it's-
the tower. You're good.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done it a couple times.
Yeah. You called us a couple times when we had you on the first time. Like we get participation, but it's from a very select group.
Niche. Yeah.
Yeah. We have regulars. I'll
Which
say.
you will join that now that you're a guest here. We invite every guest onto our group chat, so we'll talk about it later at the end of the show.
Oh yeah. Yes. Oh,
But
you guys are.
so and then anyway, so you guys were just jamming, and then you needed a drummer, right?
Pretty much.
Nobody ever needs a drummer. They make drum machines for that.
No. So we needed a drummer, and drummers are
Who should
the.
have? Yeah, that was you again, right?
That's
You
the
shit your
drummer.
pants. Yeah.
See, fuck drummers.
That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, that's strong. There's finally somebody more powerful than me.
That's a weekend of drinking at a hockey tournament.
Yeah, it smells like it for sure.
See, Tommy usually waits till we're in like an ice fishing tent where it's closed and he just fucking.
Heated.
It really seals in the flavor.
Don't you have like open flame from the heater though? You got to be careful.
Well,
probably.
you could grill a cheese sandwich in there. Like you could just holding it out. Just put it on your hand and hold it out.
So drummers are the hardest thing to find because every drummer is in 18 bands and
it's a Winnipeg
they're all-
thing. Yeah.
So I was at work with Bryce because we work together, and
At work.
Yeah.
we were talking about music, and I was telling him about this band idea and that we just needed a drummer, and he was like, "Oh,
I'm
I
only
play
in 6
drums?
bands.
he's in
I
no
still have a
bands.
slot available.
zero bands," and he's like, "I play drums," and I was like, "Oh, cool." And then
Was that one? That one was Tommy.
Yeah.
that
Sorry.
was definitely
God.
yeah.
There's a reason I left the hood vent on for this episode.
And I ignored it, and then after like an hour and a half, I went back to him. I'm like, "Are you like full of shit? You play drums, or like you're really good at drums?"
Turns out
And
he's
his
really
answer was,
I can play drums.
I feel like that's every
Pretty much.
drummer's answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can play.
"Turns out he's really good at drums," and that's pretty much it.
That's good because I would disagree with your first statement that drummers are hard to find, but I would agree that good drummers are very hard to find.
It's true, Steve.
Yeah, I guess.
Like depending what you're wanting to play, but like
I mean, I
said,
feel like
to
you
get
get
to
to
get
a
a good
certain level where it's like you don't even look for the occasional drummer.
yes, exactly.
To come in.
You
and
want to
I-
have that level of
Yeah.
technicality to what you're doing.
That's right. And
You don't want to have Meg White playing like you don't want the childish.
No. And I think that's where we were, and so it was one of those. Okay, let's. If you want to be in a band, and he's like, "Yep." So we went for it, and it worked.
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah.
Yep.
Basically.
What did the karate in the garage? Yep.
No, I think we became best friends when we were opening one morning because we both work retail, and
Yeah.
I was wearing a Fender shirt.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he shat his pants.
No,
and
no.
took the fall for him.
I was wearing a Fender shirt, and I went and opened the door for him, and he looked at me and he goes, "Do you actually play guitar, or are you just wearing that shirt?"
Nice.
Pro question.
So for about a week, I was like, "What a fucking."
Are you a poser or what?
Yeah.
How many shows have you guys played overall? Like roughly?
Give us an exact number.
More than 5, less than 10. I'm gonna go with
I was gonna
6.
say 5.
Okay.
Probably maybe 6.
Give
Do you count
give me
Jimmy's
like
Garage as a
3
show?
minutes, and I can probably
No,
give you an
you don't
exact
have
number.
to.
Well, and the fact that like for the last 2 years we've been in a pandemic.
Yeah.
That definitely doesn't help.
Yeah, if
That's
that
awesome.
wasn't happening, I'm
It's-
sure you
it's
guys would have been all over the
probably
place.
5.
But
Okay.
It's 5.
But that's
Everything's been at the Bulldog besides Fusion Fest, so it's probably
And
5.
wasn't there one more? Or no?
If we're not,
Never mind.
shout out to
No.
Bulldog Event Center, by the
yeah,
way.
yeah. Shout out.
100%.
There
Love that place.
If we're not including, our buddy's garage, then yeah.
Oh no, that's
No,
a
you
show.
always
That's a
include
show,
Buddy's
yeah.
Garage.
Okay.
Those underground shows
If,
are
if,
the best.
if Nirvana
7.
can include the garage shows, so can you.
Well, I'll put 2 more on.
Then
Then
No, 7. Yeah.
I think you guys should fight over this, like full on fist fight.
Yeah,
to
we
the
might.
death, though.
Yeah,
I said
yeah,
six.
You know,
There's only one
we're
way.
gonna haul the pool table out of here. Let's put in a wrestling ring. we can start,
Finally, you said something smart.
and then we can even get Kyle on and get my old lady to kick his ass.
Cage of the dogs, though. I don't want anybody taking sides.
You mentioned Fusion Fest. How's that? How was the turnout? I haven't really talked to anybody that went, but I know there was quite a few bands too, right?
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
a full
Well,
weekend.
there's 2 days.
2 days.
2
Yeah.
days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it like
Worth
a
of
Friday,
bands.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Or- yeah.
I'm
Probably
pretty sure.
one of the bigger rock shows that's been able to go off in Manitoba.
I feel like the attendance was good for what it was and for during
During
what
the pandemic,
was
yeah.
going on. Our attendance was terrible
Hey.
We played in the afternoon
because it
though,
was our
and-
literal first official show.
Yeah.
And
And we
we
played
were at
first,
4 in the afternoon.
Well, and you know what? Don't even. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like sometimes you're at the mercy of that. Like I've been to shows where a mutual friend of ours threw for Mocha Only, and I've talked about this on the show. Used to fill 80,000 seats in an arena, and brought about 8 people into that bar that night. Like our friend had a bigger turnout, and he was the opener.
Yeah.
And then everybody took off,
Oh.
and it was just like, ugh. And like, and Mocha was a great sport about it. Like he stuck around and he hung out with everybody afterwards, and he was just happy to be there and do a show and have a good time. But like, God, I can only imagine what that's like when you've literally sold out arena shows and then 2 years later can't pull 10 people into a bar.
Yeah, I mean, I played shows for like 6 people and played shows for 300, and you know what? It doesn't fucking matter. Once you're on the stage, right? Like you just go out there, have fun, and just do
Once
your
it's
thing,
going,
right?
it's going. But
Yeah, exactly.
when I definitely do think there is a difference though between when you have, because I've done the same thing, and when you have that 300, even if half of them aren't into it, you still have 150 people going pretty damn nuts.
Yeah,
Whereas
exactly.
when you have 8 people in there, even if all 8 of them are going balls to the walls,
Oh yeah, it's still great.
it's fun.
great.
It's fun.
It's-
I
I enjoy
play
it.
for nobody in my
I
living
enjoy it.
room.
Yeah,
I
I
play
know.
for nobody, and I like that's my favorite pastime.
Yeah.
But it's still like, again, as a professional,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I can see how that's a kick in the junk.
Nah, that comes
I-
with that.
I would say that was it. It was awkward, but only in the sense of it was our first official show.
Yeah.
So we were kind of coming out to the world of this is our band.
Yeah.
But then 3 weeks ago we played to all of 12 people.
Yeah.
At the Back Alley Beers live show.
Yeah.
Because everybody
Nice.
was there for the live podcast.
Yeah.
But then everybody had to go. By the time we were going on,
Yeah.
there wasn't that many people left, but it was probably one of the most fun shows
good,
we've
yeah.
ever
Yeah.
played. By the end of the night, we had everybody
guys-
on stage with
Those
us.
guys,
It was
those
so
guys
much
bring
fun.
the funnest crowd.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That I think I've ever seen, and like you're saying, there only needs to be 8 of them.
Yeah, it
Like,
didn't
that's
matter. It
exactly,
was-
yeah.
And it didn't help that even though restrictions were lifting at that time, nobody could stand up. So
Yeah,
the
you had to
only way we
remain
could get
seated.
people to stand up is they had to be on the stage.
Yeah.
So
Oh, loophole.
I called everybody to the stage.
Yeah.
That happened when there was the
The
Manitoba Loud Music Awards, the
the
fundraiser show that we did, and we had what's their name there?
Bears with Technology.
Bears with
Yeah.
Technology, and so it was the same kind of thing. There were issues about people being able to walk around, so he just jumped off the stage and just walked around the whole bar
Yeah.
while he was singing and shit like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
that's
know?
how you get away without the mask. Yeah,
The old
But-
loophole.
But for the Manitoba Loud Music Awards, when we played, people were actually able to come to the stage, but they had to
Okay.
They had
have
to
the
have the
mask.
mask on. If you were up from the table, you just had
Which
to have
would
the
have
mask
been
on.
fine. But ours was because I mean we had
Well,
played
we-
shows,
Bro, but I gotta say, like you've been in a mosh pit. You know how
yeah.
muggy it can get in there. Do that with a mask.
Oh, I know.
well, we did it.
That's an experience that I'll tell my
the,
grandkids
the
about.
show before that was
You kids think, yeah,
wow.
I'd try moshing during a pandemic.
yeah, but
We
the
played
show that was
we
2
played,
months
a
before
month. It was, I think a month.
or a month.
And then everybody could come up there. So
Yeah, and everybody was allowed to come up, but with their mask on, which was
Yeah.
fine. And everybody they did the mosh pit, and it was fine.
Well,
But then this time it was like, no, you still had to be seated because they lifted the restrictions, but they brought back in the seating.
Oh,
only,
okay,
right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it was one of those.
fucking rules, eh? But
Yeah.
no, luckily everything's lifted. Let's hope it stays like this. Why don't we play a song from you guys?
Okay.
Let's pick an older one of the first songs that you guys.
Wow.
How many albums do you guys have?
Wow.
3, 5, 10?
one, one album and a handful
Well,
of singles.
One
Okay, okay.
EP and a handful of singles. Yeah.
Okay, so
Fistful of singles.
Which we discussed
actually.
earlier is kind of the new way to go, right?
Yeah.
Like the
That's-
today's
Well, keep them coming out more frequent, right? And
Yeah.
kinda keeps people more.
today's people
entertained.
don't have attention spans for albums. They have attention spans for singles. so.
No, and the
How-
albums don't have like 10 singles like they used to.
And you're maybe releasing one a year.
It disappoints me though, because I'm an albums guy. Like I love
me
like
too.
Pink Floyd, The Wall, or like Dark Side of the Moon, or like fucking. There's a million others that are escaping me right now. Supertramp, Crime of the Century. Like there are these albums that take you on a full journey of
Yeah.
emotions, and like
And there's also albums that like, and that's going like into the epicness of albums, but there's also just albums that when you listen to them a couple times in a row, you start finding all these little nuggets that you wouldn't have heard before. Because
well, I've told the story on the show before, and I'll keep it really short and simple. But White Stripes, the White Blood Cells album, that was the first album I remember buying it, and I sat and I listened to it on my Discman, and I read the booklet of lyrics along with the album as I listened to it, and when it finished, I was like, start that shit over.
Yeah.
And I listened to it again. Like it it completely like it hit the spot. Like
Yeah.
I just related with it. And I learned that album like to play on guitar from start to finish and sing. And and that helped me through a massive issue of anxiety that I had at that time. Like medication wasn't doing anything, but when I was having these big panic attacks, I'd just start playing that album from start
Yeah.
to finish on my guitar, and it would keep my mind occupied enough that I would break out of it and stop having panic attacks and
Yeah.
shit. So
man, nowadays it's like, and we've talked about it when we had Surreal, a BC rapper, on here, that if the song doesn't interest me in the first 15, 20 seconds,
next.
right? Like it's unless you're really like, like, oh, it's
And kids
it's your
are
buddies
even
or
worse.
whatever, kids are the worst. Yeah.
Kids, you have like 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, I'm not getting it, and then I'll skip it, and eventually, sometimes the song might come up in like randomly, and I'm like, holy fuck, this is a good song, and then I realize, oh yeah, I just skipped through that, and it's like, I shouldn't be doing that, but like, it's natural that we just do it because it's very easy. It's just a click away, right?
It's what people have been basically trained to do, because you have that ability now. You have everything at your fingertips. It's not like before where if you liked that song, you literally had to go out and invest in the album.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to do that anymore. You can YouTube it for free anytime you want.
Like there's certain bands that it takes me more than one.
Absolutely.
Like I'm a massive Foo Fighters fan. I know, but
me too.
It takes me probably 3 to 4 listens to be like.
Actually, if
I
you have Foo
love
Fighters
this
tickets,
fucking
we
album.
have we're gonna do a pre game tailgater for the VIPod, and we
I'm
whole
way the fuck
whole
up there,
pile-
but
we
yeah,
got floor seats, but
we do.
but we'll still
We'll
play
get-
a game all together.
I was on the floor once. I don't need to be on them again.
Yeah, I've seen this is going to be my 4th time seeing the Foo
I'll be
Fighters,
35 by the time I'm there. I don't need to be on the floor.
I've never seen them, so I'm super pumped.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Every Foo Fighters show I've been to, I have stories from. They're the fucking best band.
Okay, so let's move on from those. We don't need to hear those.
I mean, other than Lost Planet Airmen, they're pretty damn fucking good too.
Okay, which song
Check
should we
them
play?
out.
Well, we haven't heard much from Bryce. Pick one.
Here's a song picker.
we haven't heard much from, but we smelled a whole lot of them.
Yeah.
We know what he had for dinner.
Pick a tune.
Could taste them.
Peaked?
Yeah.
Is that because it's right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
All right.
which one?
Peaked in high school, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what we're going to do.
So this one's called, Peaked in High School.
Let's sit around and talk about just why we're all such dicks. Try and figure out where the hell we all went wrong. Suffocating on my self-inflicted destiny. Feeling like a disease. Finding out all my closest friends abandoned me. Reconnecting all the dots. Just what went wrong when I got fucked up in my head. Now I'm sitting in the dark. I need this more than you could understand. Now there's nothing in my way. I'll run back all the way to the starting line just so I can fail again. It's been so many years now, and we're all just sitting here, reminiscing about the time we won the game, and all those chicks we used to bang. Same bar, same beer. Oh God, something needs to change. I need this more than you could understand. Now there's nothing in my way. I'll run back all the way to the starting line just so I can fail again. It's been so many years now, and we're all just dying here, reminiscing about the time we lost the game, and all those moments that we missed. Same bar, same beer. Oh God, nothing's gonna change. I need this more than you could understand. Now there's nothing in my way. I'll run back all the way to the starting line just so I can fail again.
I was gonna bring this up at the start, but I didn't really find a good place to put it in. That Jeep guy's wheels are $460 a piece.
Yeah.
Gee, bus.
Like that just makes it even worse because he thinks that looks good enough to spend $460 per corner on and buy an extra one.
And we're back.
That's why he doesn't have a tire. He couldn't afford it.
Yeah, it's-
Further proving he's a stripper. It's the only way you have that kind of free cash just flowing around. Fucking $500 a rim.
Okay, so you guys heard
Yeah.
Peaked in High School. Is there like a story about you guys? Like you guys, did you guys peak in high school?
No.
I haven't been out long enough to know yet.
That's true.
I know a few people who definitely did. I can say that much.
That's pretty much just a
Generality.
cumulative version of like running into people that you knew in high school.
Yeah.
And you doing different things. Not that my life is some crazy amazement, but run into them and they still live in the same place. They still
They're
go to the same park.
still a janitor.
They still talk about the exact same things, and that's all that's
Nothing
about.
wrong with janitors, by the way. Like, if you're busting your ass as a janitor, power on you. But like,
and
you know what I mean, though, right?
I'm not.
For sure.
Tommy's a janitor, by the way.
And then
and I've been a janitor, so like this is fair game.
But to be fair, it's not a negative thing about it either. It because if listening to the lyrics, if you go to the end of the song, it's sort of a sad take on like the stuff that they missed out on because they stayed in the exact same place.
Yeah,
and they did,
absolutely.
They didn't try to, or they didn't.
They
maybe they
peaked in
didn't
high
try,
school.
but like they just didn't go out.
They thought
and
they were at the
experience different
top,
things.
so they didn't put that effort
Exactly.
in.
So
and
that's-
then now it's 20 years later, and you're like,
Right. That's all that is that it's just basically just running into that person that didn't try to go anywhere else.
You're still wearing the same T-shirt.
Yeah. But I didn't want
in
it
high
to be
school.
a negative thing of like an asshole who was from high school.
Yeah.
And
no,
do
you can
something
peak in
different.
high school, and as long as you're still happy, then
For
I
sure.
mean, what can anybody really say, right? But
Yeah.
So you mentioned that. So this song was recorded in a studio, and you guys recorded like the full album there in that studio.
2 singles.
2 singles. Okay.
Yeah. And it was I don't know, it was a great experience.
and sorry, were we recording before when they were talking about how Phil is producing for them?
Nope. Negative.
Mr. Phil that we had on the podcast a few weeks back.
Fuck you, Phil.
Fuck you, Phil. Piece of shit. I'm sorry, guys. Your album's gonna suck. But
Nah.
Philip Castang from the
It ain't.
Castangs Back Alley Beers podcast is the one behind producing. Can we say this? Is this a secret or?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So your new
I don't think so.
new singles, or is it a new album? You guys haven't decided yet.
Just
Both.
three songs so far.
3
right?
songs. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
those 3 songs are recorded by Phil.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
yeah.
2 of them.
Masturbated by Phil.
Mixing and mastering.
Yeah. Here, like where we jam, it's essentially a full fucking studio. Like we have the ability to do literally everything.
Yeah.
So
It's
the
just,
only
It's
thing
about doing it right. That's all.
Yeah.
We don't have that little bit of knowledge where,
that's like me. I have the studio, but then I make Tommy do all the work
yeah.
involved with making it sound good afterwards.
Well, and like Taylor and I talk about having like an outside perspective too from the band. Not to mention we're literally trying to play the songs and like mixes, we're doing stuff, but just to have outside ears kind of listening to it, maybe hearing different things, either problems with stuff or good stuff, and maybe accenting it or taking it back a bit, depending, and it seems to help a bit too. So
Well, and these guys like guys like Phil, like that's what they do, right? Like it's probably years. I mean, obviously he's recording their stuff, and over the years he has been tinkering around and developing his own skills, right? And then you take those skills and apply it to your guys' sound, right? And being in the same genre probably helps a lot too. So he can deliver that what you guys are looking for.
And I think he was saying he actually used to work in a studio as well.
Probably, but he's
Yeah.
French, so it's hard to understand what he's saying. He
Yeah.
may have said that. He may have said something else. Who
I
knows?
can't fucking understand that guy, and I'm an immigrant.
I think you're right. I think he did say that
Yeah.
he worked for a little bit. But yeah, that was basically it. We sent a rough version, all the stems, to him, and we were like, mix it.
Yeah.
Because we wanted that input. We wanted to be able to have that really close connection to who was basically making the music sound like the way it is on a recording.
Mm-hmm.
And when it came back, we were like, this is basically what we've been searching for from the beginning.
Nice.
So yeah, but we record everything at where we jam, and we just don't have that little bit of
A little bit of
that's
sauce.
cool. You
and
know
I
what,
say a little bit, very like.
at the end of the day,
loosely.
you guys are the band. You know, like you have your sound. Obviously, your live sound is your sound, right? When you're recording an album, you want that recording to be as crisp as possible, right? Like when I will go to a live show, I don't want to listen to a recording.
You want it to be your gold standard.
Yeah.
Right? But I agree with what you're saying because I remember seeing Van Halen once, and it was a great show, but you closed your eyes and you were listening to a Van Halen album.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, cool, but I'm seeing you live.
Yeah.
I want it
I want to hear
up
you
a
fuck
notch
up. I want to
from
hear
there.
you,
Or
yeah, it's something
I want
like
to hear
that,
it up
right?
a notch or down a notch. I don't want it to be your album. I can put your album on at home and crank it to 11.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Well, and that's the fun thing too. Like having the ability to record it all ourselves. We don't stress over fixing mistakes. We don't.
Well, and punk is about being imperfect, right?
Yeah.
Like, those imperfections are kind of what makes it what it is.
Yeah, it's gonna be that way anyway. So
No, but you know that's like you said. That's what punk rock is. You know, like have you guys seen the documentary about called "Godfathers of Hardcore"?
nope.
So that's about the New York hardcore, which is very like it's pretty much punk. Like it's the same family, right?
Yeah.
And they talked about stories like how they went into like this little pub that was literally like you could only fit like 40 people in there, and they had a drum set and they didn't have money, but they found pieces of drums, they put them together, and like one tom didn't have skin, so they just put cardboard in there, and that's
Just
what they
make a
used,
sound
you
that
know?
works, right? Like,
And it's,
yeah.
the guys were saying like that was the best fucking thing they ever did. You know, it was good times, and just like at the end of the day, like a live show is a live show, right? Like you're gonna play, you have that raw sound, you use your equipment that you like the sound of, and that's it. But like for recording, you want to make sure that it comes up like, and I know a lot of the guys, what they do is making sure that okay, it sounds the same whether you play it on a computer, in the car, shitty speakers, really good stereo system at home, you know, like, so I think that's where like people like Phil, that they play around with those levels and everything. So no, that's awesome. So yeah, you guys do your own record, and you save yourselves money too.
That's the biggest thing.
Like studio time is not cheap.
No, and what we did those first two singles, and it was like over $1,000,
Yeah.
and we were like, well, we can get the majority of that done without having to spend that portion of the money.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have to spend some money, but
Well, you had to spend a lot of money to make it all happen at first, but
Yeah.
but then
Yeah.
the return on it is endless once you have the stuff, right?
Right.
So,
and it's there forever. But that whole you don't have to be sitting in a studio for 2 days
Yeah.
doing a bunch of stuff and then letting somebody else mix it,
Yeah,
where
exactly.
you do it all for no money.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like another good thing about doing it at home. Okay, I have an hour today. Okay, let's get
Yeah.
together, do it. Right. When you have that studio booked, you're there, and now you could be having a shitty day.
Yep.
Whatever, you fucking slept wrong on your on your bed, and like you slept on your arm. Now your arm's fucking sore, and
Yeah.
like your fingers don't move as fast or whatnot. You know, like you twist your ankle and your fucking pedal foot doesn't work. You know, like,
Yeah. Or Ryan doesn't like recording in
Sometimes-
front of everybody, so
No.
then he waits until we're done,
yeah.
and then
blankets.
2
You
days
know what?
later sends all the bass
We-
tracks
we-
for the song.
we already talked about it. Half the songs, the bass track is just I played along to the original drum track, like when he's
Yeah.
laying the drum track,
Yeah.
and then sometimes it just stayed, and that was I didn't even re-record it.
Whatever works, man.
Yeah,
Whatever
exactly.
works.
I think overall though, it's more comfortable. There's less pressure. Like we're playing our own instruments in our own space.
Yeah.
We know what it's going to sound like, or we can maybe adjust it and just kind of go and do our own thing. It's a bit more comfortable that way. But
Yeah, if you got the equipment to record, then it's the same no matter where you do it, and the good producer will be able to work with that as long as you can put out a
Loads.
decent. Oh God, Loads, yes. You waited till 5 minutes after I just took one.
Pretty much.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's we're all comfortable there, and that's it. And
that's what matters, you know.
And that makes some of the best. If you're uncomfortable, you're not going to make good music.
But at the same time, too, we record slightly different than probably a lot of bands record. Like we just, for the bass and the guitar, we DI in when Bryce is recording drums.
Yeah.
And we literally play along with him. Yep. And if the take sucks, we do it again.
Yeah.
The whole song. Not like
we don't
try to punch in.
Yeah.
We do the whole song.
That's how I like to work too. Like it's full take or nothing.
Yep.
Now, see, with punk rock, I believe that's the way to do it. 100%.
Yeah. Well, especially the song's only like what's his last song? 1 minute and 37 seconds.
Well, it's only 3 fucking chords, right? So
there's probably 4 in there.
Might be 4, yeah.
They're a really technical punk band. There's 4 chords in these songs.
We almost put a bridge in one.
That's true.
Almost.
Okay. So that whenever you guys do that's going to be the title of the song.
Almost
the bridge.
Well, we have a song called No Chorus.
Oh yeah, there
That's
you go.
true.
Yeah.
There is no chorus.
That's how that's how we wrote songs. Well, we kind of wrote the song, and then when our singer had to put the lyrics in, and he's like, "What do you guys want to write about?" I don't fucking know. Like we ripped this little part off from Madball, and then he's like, "Okay, we're gonna call this song the Madballs," you know, period. Like that's about it. So I love that. Why don't we listen to another song right now?
Yeah, let's do another song and then go into some story time. I have a whole bunch of stories
let's do
to
it.
tell.
Shall we play something new, or which one is on Spotify?
Let's go with another classic. Let's do
this
Bright Side of Genocide.
Okay, let's do that one.
That's a good one. I know we played that one last time that we featured them, but fuck it. Nobody listened to that.
All right, let's do that one. The Bright Side of Genocide.
We don't have long-term listeners.
Nope. All right, so you guys heard the Bright Side of Genocide from the Lost Airmen planet.
The one.
Planet of the Lost Airmen.
Yeah,
Get
there
it
we
right.
go.
That's why we just call it LPAs, just easier, yeah.
Lipa.
But then it'll be like PLA or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Linkin Park have an album where it was like LP and then it was an A at the end?
Oh,
Yeah, we're not even going to go down that rabbit hole.
Of course they did. Man.
Want to do story time?
Yeah, let's do story time.
I've got some stories.
Okay,
from
let's
this
hear
week.
it. Yeah, of course you do.
The pizza oven is dedicated to the highest quality pie that the whole family can enjoy. With their amazing sauce and the freshest ingredients, the pizza oven is here to provide quality and a great tasting pizza to Winnipeg and East St. Paul. They use a delicious blend of mozzarella cheese and make their pizza crust daily, both thick and thin, and their meats are proudly provided by Winnipeg Old Country. They're located at 1215 Henderson Highway, Unit D in Winnipeg. Call them today at 204-949-3000 because everyone's loving the pizza oven. And tell them the VIPod sent you by using promo code VIPod5 for 5% off of your order, and order online for an additional 5% off for a grand total of 10% off of your order.
We would like to take a moment to say a great big thank you to our lead sponsor, SafetyNet Studio, for bringing us to all major platforms under their banner. SafetyNet Studio is a boutique audio company. They produce podcasts, offer voice work, and create content for radio stations across North America. You can head to safetynetstudio.com and check out music news you can use that's covering the chart toppers and floppers. It's a daily 6 to 7 minute pod that keep you up to date with all your active rock and top 40 favorites. You can also hear music news you can use on your local radio station.
So, first one, I just got to get off my chest here. Friday night, leaving work, right? And Friday, oh God, it dragged out so long, and I couldn't get out of there fast enough, and then end of day came, and some fucking asshole came and decided to talk to me for 15, 20 more minutes.
See, you can't be nice to people like you're just like, sorry, buddy.
So,
Bye.
yeah, anyways, I work downtown, so shift ends, get out of the building. I'm going through the underground, trying to get over to my parking, and I'm coming down the final hallway, and then there's this final L turn that you take to get to like the elevator that takes you back up to the street level. And I'm with my new trainee, and we're walking, and we come around the corner.
Is she hot?
She's like not even close to half my age, so like you can't
Doesn't
even
matter.
ask
It
that
doesn't
question.
matter.
There's nothing appropriate about that whatsoever. Either way, and she's my old like big boss's daughter.
Oh, it's even better.
Yeah, I know it makes the question that much juicier, and I'm still not going to answer it. But so we're coming around the corner, right? And like, oh God, the crack in this city is getting so strong. It is getting so strong. I come around the corner, and the only thing that could come out of my mouth was, ooh, ooh. There is this girl standing there, and she, hang on, oh shit, I lost my headphones here, but I'm sure you can all still hear me. I'm just going to plug back in quickly. I come around the corner, and this girl standing there in full T-Rex position with the ass out, chest up, and little fucking tiny arms. But to top it off, she has her shirt pulled down and titties flying out.
Nice.
Just fucking titty T-Rex, and she's just like... and she's literally like walking like a T-Rex and like twitching around and shit like that. And like me and my coworker were both just like, what do we do here? And there's literally a security guard like 5 feet from her going, ma'am, please put your shirt back on. Ma'am, miss, please, I'm going to have to ask you to put your shirt back on. And so, like, we get over to our elevator, right? And we hit the button, like, let's go. And then you see the button, and we're in the basement, and you see the lights, and it starts going up first. And we're just like, fuck. And this girl is T-Rexing closer over, just like,
She just wanted to rub her titties on you.
And the guy's like, lady, please, I'm going to have to ask you to please not. Please don't. And she got like, it was literally like a movie where like they're coming towards you, and at the last second the doors open and you fall into the elevator and the doors close like right as her titty fucking closed in there.
Did you guys pinch it?
Oh God. And it was the one day I didn't have my spy glasses on. I couldn't fucking take a picture. Fucking bullshit.
Now we know why he got those glasses.
God damn it, every time. But that, oh man.
I'm sure you guys must have seen something crazy like playing some shows and just being in the music scene. I mean,
See any T-Rex titties ever, you know?
might not be as specific.
No.
There was those bananas at Fusion Fest there.
Oh,
Well.
Remember them? No.
he was too drunk, but he felt them the next day in
Were
his
they
ass, right?
Human bananas?
Maybe I just
or-
saw them. I don't know. No, they were in costumes or something, but they were there on Saturday night while we were sitting there watching the bands there.
Was it like people dressed as bananas? Yeah,
but
that-
like full,
I think-
like it just kind of caught me off
I
guard.
think that's a
and-
thing with music festivals now. People like to dress up as
But it was just them, yeah.
things. But yeah.
Oh my God! Speaking of the outfits, the T-Rex outfits, I sent you that video, Bretsky, right? With the
Yeah, the one that I had sent to you 2 weeks earlier and you completely ignored.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I saw that. Tell the story, Tommy.
I you know, why don't you tell the story, because I clearly don't remember the
Well,
video you sent.
The video is the
Well, no, but
person in
I
the-
missed for some reason. I missed it.
person going outside in a T-Rex, one of those like inflatable T-Rex costumes, and right before he steps outside, his wife sprays a whole bunch of like fart spray into the fan that keeps the whole thing inflated. So he goes running outside. He's like, "What the fuck?"
I gotta find that video. Oh, there we go.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I think it's this one. Is it this one?
good.
No, that's not.
Nope, that's porn.
No, that's a video of you. The guy that looks like you.
Oh, that was a good. You should show them that.
Okay.
I honestly found that funny. It did look like me. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly should do this. Steamed beans.
Oh, that was.
That went around on our. Now would be a good time to bring it up. Okay, so we have a Discord group.
Yeah, why don't you do that while I find a video?
So like, it's this big group chat, and a lot of our listeners are in there. Anyone who subscribes to our webpage, we give you an invite and you can join in. And it's just a fucking gong show. Like hundreds and hundreds of messages a day. I don't know, what, 15 channels or so, roughly?
Yeah,
like
10 to 15, yeah.
There's channels, everything from, like, drinking channels to gardening channels to memes to, like, whatever. There's just a whole
Porn.
bunch of
Light porn.
different, yeah, different categories. But we also give all of our guests an invite to it, too. So there's guests who will pop in here and there as well to make cameos and shit talk and I don't know, try to score whatever you do in there. But yeah, so where were we going with this, Tommy? You had a story coming from lost it again. I forget.
I don't know.
You're looking for a video of a T-Rex guy.
I was looking for the video. I don't know why you started talking about.
Well, no, you told me carry on. While,
no,
while
because
I
that
look
was.
for this.
We had that the Bretsky video with the steamed beans.
Well, you showed that,
Yeah.
but then you were gonna look for something else.
Yeah. So, anyways, this is what I wanted to show you guys. It's the T-Rex farting video. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's bring it up
In the
here.
costume.
Yeah.
Fart spray.
Go. Huh? Go in the snow.
It's the T-Rex costume. She sprayed fart spray in the, in the blow-up costume.
Oh no. He doesn't even try to like. You know.
No.
Jesus. like he runs away like it's gonna help him. Like it's not going anywhere.
You're stuck in the costume, buddy. There he goes. He got out.
Now, did any of you guys, like, in your younger years have experience with stink bombs or anything like that?
Yeah, we
Like
used to buy them.
that was the thing. I don't know how exactly old you guys are, but like back in my day, that was a novelty thing. You could buy at the It store or something
Yeah.
like
We
that.
used to buy them at the dollar store.
Or the San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that store when I moved here.
Yeah, before Spencer Gifts
Yeah.
and
That's right.
Hot Topic.
They
came
took
around.
over and made it cooler.
Yeah, started selling T-shirts.
It's the same thing.
Actually, no, because San Francisco and It store used to sell T-shirts too. They were just a lot more.
They weren't band shirts.
They were so inappropriate.
The scene world came in and
I remember
dominated
I had
for
a Chronic the
early
Hemp Hog
2000s.
T-shirt and
Yeah.
like these Bart Marley T-shirts where it was like Bart Simpson as Bob Marley. Like they were just dumb as fuck.
there was a
novelty
store
T-shirts.
called Randy River or
Randy
R2.
River.
Yeah, you remember
Yeah,
that?
man,
So-
that's where you got all the shirts with like the flames and the samurais that buttoned up.
Yeah,
know?
but you also got ridiculously offensive shirts that wouldn't.
ticking time bomb or
Yeah.
walking time
Yeah, I
bomb. Or
know
something
Yeah.
like that.
So
I remember that. Now, yeah.
That was okay maybe before 2001, but
I went there.
No, they literally were though. Like they were like jokes about like having autism and stuff. Like it was.
Yeah,
like,
they were just
it was
really-
jokes. Like,
They
like,
sold them
did
everywhere
Not
for
age
a while.
well.
They used some at Warehouse One. Used to sell
Yes,
them too.
Warehouse One also sold it.
And then
And so I went there for like back to school shopping with my mom and my sister, and there was a shirt. It was just black with white screen printing on it. It wasn't anything fancy. It looked like a band shirt and nothing different than what I would wear today. But it had like a blueprint, stick figure sort of thing of a house. And what it said on it was S&M Construction will whip your house into shape.
nice.
Mom didn't get it, did she?
No, but neither did I. Neither did I, because I was only like 12 or 13. But I was like, it's black and white. I'm like, it's perfect. I tried it on, and I was like, fits good. Like
I'm not gonna lie. I had a few shirts like that as well as a kid. Where like I totally was wearing a joke that I did not get. Yeah.
And no one at school got none of the teachers got it. To the point where they'd be like, that's offensive, you need to take that shirt off. Everybody was like, I guarantee you everybody got it. Like all the adults that I was, like I said, 12, 13, junior high. And I guarantee you all the teachers got it, but no one said anything.
I feel like our generation, the ignore tactic was a lot bigger
absolutely.
than it is now. Like nowadays, people would be like, "Whoa, you can't do that." Whereas back in the day, they would just be like, "I'm not saying anything. He doesn't know better."
Yeah.
And it was true.
Yeah.
They were right.
Absolutely.
We didn't
Unless
know
it
better.
literally said like ass or
Ass
shit.
cock.
And they were like, put some duct tape on that. Other than that, leave it.
Yeah. No, I definitely
Because there
had
was that shirt that was like, save a tree, wipe your ass with an owl.
Yes.
Where everybody had it. But the only thing they had to do was they had to take tape and cover ass.
Yeah.
That's it. They didn't have to take the shirt off. They didn't have to do anything. It was just
You actually
cover ass because
just
you can't
reminded
look
me.
at ass.
I actually have a shirt from back in the day, and it's basically our logo. It's the middle finger. It's an orange shirt with a blue middle finger logo, and the only difference is our logo. We put a heart in the nail
To censor it.
Well, no, because we in our very original, like before, not even our first season. It was our underground season. When we were really just like literally a spin-off of the Wheeler After Dark podcast, and one of their hosts, the Jaguar, the big thing with him was we would always call in and everyone would just say like fuck you Jags and all that. So as a joke, they were throwing a live show and we wrote a song. It was a punk song, and it was called Fuck You, I Love You. And it was just like shit talking him and appreciating them all at the same time. Like that was the whole kind of thing of the show. So that became like a recurring theme. We always say "fuck you, I love you," and so then we created the logo where it's the hand giving the middle finger, but the fingernail has a heart on it.
Do you guys have kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, just you.
Just me.
How old is your kid?
4 tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So still young. Yeah, my
I
kids.
got more toys for him next time he comes over.
Oh, good.
A few more instruments too. I love handing those out.
My kids are 8 and 12, you know, but I remember like grade 1, my daughter comes home. Dad, I know what the F word is. I'm like, holy fuck, this is what they teach you in grade 1. You know?
If you said that, then she probably knew.
Yeah.
No, and then just the shit like that, you know, like nowadays I think kids find out about these things a lot faster than when we were young, and took us a while to figure certain things. At least me, anyways. I was kind of slow, so.
My childhood was brutal because like I wasn't the most popular.
Lots of abuse.
Yeah, like
Rape.
I wasn't the most popular to begin with in school, and then my mom decided the best way to correct that was to become a lunch monitor.
That'll show them.
And that fixed everything, obviously.
I know my kid is cool, and this the only way I can get it is if I'm going to tell each and every kid that my son is the coolest in this
best
school.
way to stop all the bullies is to get your mom to go and complain to all their parents personally.
Oh,
That's
God,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, with the reflective vest for whatever reason.
Oh no! See, like, with my
That's-
parents,
gives authority.
if I ever got into a fight, whether I was the victim or not, I got my ass handed to me anyways, because I got into conflict. You know.
Yeah,
It's like, nah, stay away from that shit.
I
No,
wasn't
but
a
like punching
fighter
you.
either. Like I would get myself shit kicked, and my parents would be like, "Oh, do this and do that," and I don't care if you fucking break their nose, and I'd be like, "No, seriously, I can't fight." Like
I tried.
it doesn't matter if you're giving me permission to. I'm a pussy.
Oh, jeez.
You guys seen any good brawls at your shows?
Never.
Us? No.
Never seen a
I
conflict,
don't think it's been
actually.
long enough.
Yeah, probably not.
We
You ever had a
haven't had
good
anything,
mosh
but-
at least? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a.
Anybody do
Well,
like
the one before.
I remember back in the day, like I used to go to punk shows with a group of buddies, and there were 2 or 3 of them who liked to like cause shit out in the mosh pit. Like they would like lock arms, and then they would just like charge through and basically like
Yeah.
clothesline people and shit like that. Like there's the good mosh people who
Yeah,
it's
those
like
people
anybody
are cool.
anybody who falls brings you up, and then there's these people.
Those guys are.
who are like,
jerks.
let's make a chain link and knock everybody down.
Yeah. They're.
But it still
Fucking
happens.
losers.
It still happens, is what I'm
Oh,
saying.
it for
and,
sure does.
And have you ever had
Not
to deal
not
with
at
that?
ours. Like we've had some pretty. We've had mosh pits because I force it upon everybody.
Stage
to
diving?
happen.
You kind of stop.
No.
You stop the music.
We
until
don't have
they
enough
come
people
up
yet.
You
to,
got it.
to stage dive.
That's a milestone right there.
Yeah,
I think.
once when we get our first stage dive, that's gonna be it. We're gonna
Then we'll know.
retire.
Then
You
you're
can
gonna
say
know.
you made it.
no. I think that'll be the we're gonna stop shows and we're gonna write a full length album when we get our first stage dive.
Okay.
That's
Well,
gonna happen.
I remember.
We're gonna
oh God,
retire from shows for like.
This is
a
gonna
few
date
months.
me and make me seem like a loser. But I remember Billy Talent coming here, like before they were even big.
Okay, we can move on.
and being super stoked because people in Winnipeg were still fucking like stage diving. Like they were coming up on stage
Yeah.
during the show and stage diving. They were like, we didn't realize this was still a real thing. So Winnipeg is still like a hub that's keeping this shit alive that you don't see this apparently as much around.
I won't stop that at our shows.
No,
You don't have
you
to
wanna-
stay here behind a drum kit, but
No, I love stage diving. I used to do that
No,
shit all
how-
the time when I was
when we have enough
younger.
people
Now
that it is
everyone
safe,
would get out of the way and I'd fucking
Oh, so it's
die.
I will stop people if it's clearly there's not enough people that you should not be doing this.
no, I
Because
wouldn't. I wouldn't.
because you know what?
Give
I
everybody-
don't want people
Trust fall.
dying.
Yeah, stressful. I went last time Slipknot was in town.
Oh, are
I
you
was-
going?
Oh yeah, fuck
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, we got
I got
floors
it.
for that too.
You have to go on.
You guys are old. You don't need floors.
We're gonna
Fuck
die.
yeah.
Come
No.
sit with us.
No,
We're
no.
higher up. We're safe.
sit with the pussies. Fuck that. No, man, I would not go. Honestly, I wouldn't go to the show if I couldn't get floor tickets.
Come on.
No.
Well, I've never seen them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like
So-
we went down to Wisconsin to the Knot
neither.
Fest.
Yeah, okay.
We drove down to Sioux Falls. I've seen them here in Winnipeg. But yeah, so here in Winnipeg, I'm fucking just crowd surfing, and next day I get all these
What
messages.
Tommy's saying is I'm gonna have to figure out a way to lift him up. by the time this concert comes
No,
around.
but-
Like,
so
You're
my
gonna,
buddy-
you're gonna need a couple days off.
he's gonna crawl up on my back whether I like it or not. So I better start fucking lifting some weights.
No, but my buddy sends me these pictures like, is that your fat
Loads.
gut hanging out on top of the people? And sure enough, there I am, like my t-shirt's riding up, my belly's hanging out. I'm like, yep, that's me. Slipknot is one of those. Slipknot and Korn are my two absolute favorite bands that get me going. Like we went down to Sioux Falls to see Slipknot, and Korn was
I've seen
touring
Korn.
with them, and King A10 was there with them, and I just happened to hurt my back at work 4 days before the show to the point where I needed crutches to walk.
Jesus.
Like I was just like,
Did you get floor
something-
tickets?
Oh yeah. And then so this was Thursday. I hurt my back.
That's when you go through
And
the
then-
crowd and you're like, taka, taka.
Yeah, exactly.
taking people out with the crutches.
And so this was a Thursday that I got hurt. Friday I went to the doctor. I'm like, do whatever the fuck you need to do. Like prescribe me. I don't care what it is. I'm going to Sioux Falls. I got to drive 8 hours and go to the show. So the doctor gives me some fucking horse pills and like it's like, oh, so you got to get this cream on, like massage it in the back. So we you know, my wife's working on my back for 2 days, and then we end up driving down. I was okay to drive, so I was okay to sit, right? So it was okay. We get there. I'm like, there's 4 dudes, right? I'm like, guys, you got to butter me up. Here's the cream, you know, fucking work it in. So I popped my pills. I started drinking, got hammered. I'm like, okay, I think I'm okay without crutches. And then so there's King A10 opening, and I'm like, okay, just got to hang back, you know, just going to enjoy the show from here. And then I'm getting into it, hammering down beers, right? Korn comes on. And they fucking open up with Blind, and I'm just like, fuck this shit, let's go in. And I was moshing, and I was crowd surfing. The next day, I'm like, I can't fucking walk again. It was brutal, but it was well worth it. Like,
What
yeah.
year was that?
That was 10 years
That was like
ago.
08.
Okay.
No,
I
no,
think,
no.
wasn't it?
Not in Sioux Falls, that was...
Oh, that was Sioux Falls.
So Knotfest was in 2011. And I'm going to say Sioux Falls was about 2013, 14,
Okay.
something like that, yeah.
Because I want to say it was like 07 or 8, between 07 and 09 that I went to Korn here.
That was at the
MTS.
convention center.
Is it MTS?
MTS?
no, it's at
Yeah.
MTS, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then their last show was at the convention center.
Which was like,
Yeah.
I was like, well, it was good. But not a massive
the
Korn
one
fan,
the
but-
one that I've seen in Sioux Falls was probably the best Korn I've seen. They only played like it was really shiny. Best Korn show I've seen was they played probably 2 or 3 new songs. The rest was all old school songs. It was fucking incredible. But yeah, no, it was a fun show.
Those
but yeah,
shows
the
are
next day
great
fucking-
as long as you're a long-term fan. But if you're
Yeah.
just like one of those fucking like...
But you know what? With Korn, I gotta say,
Well, you're a long-term fan with Korn. There's no.
Yeah,
you're not
there's
going.
no in between with it.
There's no option.
and I do enjoy their new stuff too. Like couple of the albums that they released were like, okay, could have been better. But their second last album that was released in 2019, The Nothing, that's one of my one of my favorite albums because it's powerful in lyrics and songs too. Like overall, they did a fantastic job. But I don't want to talk about Korn. Let's.
I have
Let's
one
get
more.
something.
I have one more little short thing to touch on before we. I think we should listen to one more of their songs. But before we get to that and the closer of the episode, I wanted to touch on. Roll Up the Rim is back at Tim Hortons.
Well, that's too bad because I don't drink Tim Hortons. Fuck that shit,
Bro, I have some problems with it, and
No shit, I heard.
I want to talk about them.
Are we going to talk about the fact that it's all on
on
fucking
the-
apps?
on the show? Okay, that is part of it. Okay, so their app, first of all, sucks lickety balls.
Yeah.
Because like
100%.
1 out of 3 times that I go there, I go to load the app and it tells me I have to fucking update it again, and then deletes all my history of all the fucking points I've earned over the last 30 fucking months.
That's their plan.
I
that's
had so much shit that just fucking disappeared, and I'm not even going to get into that part of it. But okay, so they have Roll Up the Rim going on now. And so the big thing is now they say everyone's a winner.
Yeah.
Everyone's a winner. So when you do your roll up the rim, you scan your app, right? And then they give you an online roll on your app. And you click your online roll and you get fucking 5 Tim points. It costs like 2,000 to get anything that even fucking matters.
But you're a winner. You just won 5 points.
But you're a winner, right? And that's where the next point in my story is. You walk into the Tim Hortons, and on their TV, they have this counter. Winners. And it's going ding, 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 ding. Well, fuck yeah, it's going ding, ding, ding. Every goddamn person that ordered from you has won at least 5 shitty fucking Tim points.
It's advertising.
It's just a loop video anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it fucking pisses me off. But so I got this Tim Hortons, and I haven't had a Tim Hortons in a long time.
So passionate, eh?
I've been working from home a lot, and then when I went back to the office, we have this super fucking high-tech fucking coffee machine that makes everything way
I thought you
better
meant to say the super hot coworker that's young.
No, don't have those.
Okay.
But I have a coffee machine, and I'm in love with her.
Okay.
Because she makes me great mochas every morning.
There you go.
And, they're so good. They're so fucking good. But, like, I decided to get a Tim Hortons this one morning because I was going down and I was buying some breakfast anyway. So I'm like, I haven't had a Timmy's coffee in a while. I'll get one. Well, it turns out I haven't had one in a while. I had the ultimate code brown. Like, I
remember you messaging me about it.
It was going on in Discord. I was like, guys, there's a problem. Like, code brown, I'm in trouble. And, like, I fucking went to the bathroom, and, like, even going to the bathroom wasn't saving me. Like, I'm so mad there's no bidets at work. There's no bidets, so when you have these super acidic,
once you're used to bidet, have you guys ever used a bidet?
No.
Oh, fuck, it's amazing.
Right?
You should.
It's great.
You'll never look back.
Shit.
You'll never look back.
If you've never had a nice squirt of water up your ass,
I'm disgusted at the human I was.
The only time I've ever done it is the first time I went to Italy. I was like, what the fuck is this?
But you
My
know
mom's,
what?
that's a bidet. I try it.
Never
Go
been
back.
to
It's
sold, right?
He
It's
thought
so
it was a drinking fountain for his
Well, that's the thing. Normally, it has nice cold water, so you can just fill up a cup at night. For
No, you just get on your knees and just like.
Just a little squirt.
Is it not cold though? Like, I feel because it's just connected to the cold line, and you're sitting there.
I've learned this
You have
trick.
different kinds.
If
So
you
Ryan and I have not used one.
if you run a hot shower while you're taking a shit to kind of warm it up in the bathroom because it's already
this is
cold.
already too much work. But go on.
It's like one of those old school plumbing things where you flush the toilet and the shower gets hot.
The warm water starts to heat up the cold water, and then you get a little bit of a warm spurt.
So it is warm water.
What if?
But today, I don't know what happened, but today, when I used the bidet, it was so fucking cold my foot cramped.
Oh no!
Like, it was fucking icy. Like, that was glacier shit.
So no one's used it in a long time.
So
Yeah,
why don't
basically.
they-
Because
why
even
don't
if it's
they-
warm water, like warm water's not gonna circulate
Well,
as much shit
if
gets used.
if you start to get more fancier, more expensive bidets, you can get
warm
you
water.
can hook it up to the hot water, and you can get heated seats, and you can
Well,
get
they can be
got
hooked
a
up to the hot
stereo
water
on
all
it,
they
probably.
want.
Apparently in
but
Japan
if
they
you turn
talk
the
to you.
hot water on your tap on, you still gotta wait until the hot water shows up because the
Absolutely.
water cools down.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. If I weren't run a hot shower for 5 minutes when I use the bidet, it I guess the proximity to the
But you still
pipes
gotta
or something.
turn the bidet
See, I kinda
on
like-
because there's
how
still a
about this?
length
Okay,
of
well,
At this point,
what you're not
I used to
understanding,
do that
what you're probably
sort of
not
thing.
understanding is the bidet I have is basically
Throw
a
something
garden
at it.
hose. Like, it literally just it's a spray
Is
handle.
it the online ones?
It hooks up on the side of the tank, and you just take it off, and you've
It's
got
a
like,
nozzle.
You got the trigger, right? And you just stick it up your bum,
So you can point it wherever you want.
and you just fucking clean her out. And like it,
At this point, you got to shower.
Your-
Why don't you just
your
jump in the shower
eyes-
at that
your
point? You got the
eyes-
shower running already.
I'm promising. I'm promising, but you don't need to shower.
This guy's
That's-
on well water.
There.
He's on well
You've
water.
gotta
He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm on well water. Like, I don't.
See, I kind of like the cold. It kind of like woo. It just kind of refreshes
yeah,
you.
Summer would be like winter. It would be.
I still use it. I still use mine.
Well,
Yeah, I
and,
love
and
it.
that's the thing. Like, I don't mind the cold, but there's cold, and then there's cold touching your ass, cramping
Yeah.
your foot cold.
Well, if you have an asshole like mine, they got workout already. Like ice cold water
But,
doesn't
like-
do anything.
But okay,
You're
so,
already right beside the shower. You might as well just have a fucking
The shower. He's already got the shower
Well, I
running.
mean, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you already warmed it up.
I need to get back to my story though. So I haven't had Tim.
There's a story?
I haven't had Tim's
I don't even know where
in
it
like
was.
a year, right? And I had fucking. I got myself a fucking cup of Tim's coffee. And it gave me such a code brown. Like, it
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
just
what it
code.
does.
It was code neon brown. Like, it was code fucking Chernobyl. Like, panic. And, like, oh my God. I was running. And we were, like, I was in the Discord chat. And I was even trying to talk about it. I'm like, guys, I can't even keep talking. I'm going back into the no
Didn't
Wi-Fi
that
zone.
follow like the two girls, one cup
I'm
discussion
going,
too?
I'm going into the no Wi-Fi zone again. But okay, so like, and this is the other thing is I don't know if like this is a thing that workplaces can even do. But like I go into my washroom and the washroom at work, they're like you cross that border and there's no Wi-Fi. Like it just
Oh, yeah.
dies. I guess they don't want you fucking tugging one out on the clock
Probably.
or something like that.
That's
But,
why
like,
you download it and then when you watch
okay, so like when it comes to pissing, don't give a fuck. I piss whenever the fucking I have to piss. But when I'm pooping, I get stage fright. Like if there's somebody else in there, I generally try to like just pinch it off until they leave in case there's any sort
Oh,
I feel
sort
that.
of noisy business
Reverberation. Yeah.
going on. Like I can't do it. And so like
I
I'm
look for the
having
turbo button.
I'm having the code brown in my life.
Push it out harder.
And I go in there and there's only 2 stalls.
You're being gentle.
And there's one person in the other stall, and there's a person at a urinal. So I just go in there, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to like... Usually when you go in the other stall, the guy starts wiping and gets the fuck out of there, and the pee guy, like, he's only there for 30 seconds. So I'm like...
In theory.
In theory. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm just going to sit this out. And pee guy leaves, and poo guy still stays there.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
I can just picture you like,
Oh, no.
And you're like,
no.
I'm
And-
gonna
and-
fart,
yeah,
and it's gonna hit the toilet
Yeah.
and reverberate off of the toilet.
So
and echo.
I'm starting to rock, right? Like I'm rocking back and forth, and I'm just like, I'm doing Lamaze, like I'm like,
oh, we're back to poo stories. That's funny.
and so like I'm like, okay, this guy's he's got it, and finally, okay, he's leaving. So he starts wiping. He does his thing. He gets out of there, but before he's out, another person comes in and starts pissing. So I'm like, okay, shit, I gotta just hang on for one more second, but like I can probably start like letting it slide out. And as that person starts going to wash their hands, another person comes in, and I'm like, oh no! Like I am in so much
It would
trouble
be funny if
right
somebody
now.
came in actually to the other stall
I
and
was-
started taking a shit.
Oh, it was hurting. It was hurting, and I was dying. And like, I wanted to even just like throw up on my shoes. Like,
But this-
everything just sucked so bad, and it was the worst thing. And I don't know if I'll even be able to drink Tim Hortons ever again because of this incident.
At
Like,
that
it's-
point, you've had enough changeover that no one's gonna remember your
But I
shoes,
think
because
it's in
that's
his
the
head.
only thing. Oh, for sure,
Yeah.
it is 100%. But like, that's the only thing they're gonna be able to like be like.
You just reminded
Hey.
me of the end of the story. So the end of the story is like people finally leave, and I'm like, okay, I think I can fucking let it go. And I hear the door open again. I'm like, oh no. And this person goes and gets in the other stall and sits down and just like gives a good old and just goes. And it's my buddy who I work beside, and he recognized my shoes, so he knew he could do that. And then I fucking let her go too, and so we played battle shits for a few minutes. But like, like had it been anybody else, I would have fucking been curled up in a ball and just fucking dying and probably just thrown up on the floor
That's
by the
funny
end of it.
because I have no shame. I go in and just fucking let. I
mean,
go
that's
into,
that's what bathrooms are for.
yeah.
but
Like if I had to
at the
take a
same
shit,
time, I'm the same as you. I
Again,
can't.
pee-pee, I can pee in your face. I don't even fucking care.
oh, you're cute,
But
Bretsky.
if I have to poop,
See, like I would have.
I need the
I would
cone of
have-
silence. Like I need my privacy.
I would have absolutely no problem if I
Loads.
had to really take a shit and all stalls were taken. I'd go into the women's bathroom and take a shit right there as women are standing outside. Like I would have no problem with that.
yeah,
because-
but you'd show them
Well,
your vagina.
Well,
and they
when I
wouldn't
got
have
when
a
I
problem
gotta
with
go,
it.
I gotta go. I don't know. It never stopped me from being.
I'm a fan of the private
Discreet.
bathroom. You know,
Yeah,
you
the
go
one
in,
stall.
you lock the door, and that's it. No one else is
Yeah.
coming in. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
I don't like
I
the
hate
multiple
leaving it
person.
because then you know that whoever's there, you know,
Yeah,
they
they
have no
know.
choice. They can only choose that one shitter
Well,
that
no-
you just destroyed. Whereas when you have two, three stalls, you're like, oh no, not here. Okay, this one looks cleaner.
The worst
Couldn't have
is
been anybody but you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
the worst is when you leave like the single stall ones and like you walk out and there's somebody standing right there being like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're all done," and it's like,
Yeah, I
fuck,
usually,
I'm
you know,
sorry.
what, I usually say it's all ready for you. Warm up the seat. That's what I usually say.
The best was a few years ago. I worked right downtown, and it was right beside the Fairmont. And so, like, if I ever had to poop, I would go over to the Fairmont, and I would use their bathrooms. And they literally had these like stalls where you literally had like a door, and you had the marble floor, and they had like your own personal music playing in there. You
felt comfortable.
Like you literally had your own personal like smooth jazz stall to fucking take your poop in, and you were not getting bothered. It was the most glamorous thing in my whole life. I loved it. The Fairmont, everybody. If you haven't pooped at the Fairmont, go down there.
Oh, I have.
They've
I have.
locked it down now, but just tell them you're waiting for a friend up on the 7th floor. They'll give you a key. Trust me.
Just say I'm here to see Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the confession booth.
I'm here for a confession.
Oh, Lord Jesus, what have you done?
Nothing. You just take it easy now.
I must confess.
Well, my dear, for your penance, 10 Bloody Marys and a good shag.
Leave a message. Beep.
Oh, well, let's tell these guys what
Yeah,
the
what's
confession
that?
booth. The confession booth is our call line.
Oh.
So if you listen to the show and you have any comments you would like to make about the show, or if you just want to shit talk us or anything like that, you go to our website, which is the VIPod.
I've done this.
.com, and in the bottom right corner, there's a little icon of a little microphone. Those are the things we use with our faces.
Yep.
And you click on that. If you're using a cell phone, you have to allow the permissions to allow
For
it
your
to
microphone to
blah,
record.
blah, blah. But leave us a message right there. You don't even need to use a telephone. And then we will air your
Grievances.
calls, hopefully.
Pretty much, yeah.
Usually they're grievances. Actually, we had a few grievances that were left last
How many
week.
we got today?
But there
Two?
like
Just one.
Oh, just one.
really.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
But apparently, the person who left them was telling me that the people that were leaving them were getting messages back saying
Yeah,
that there
'cause
were some
they're
issues.
idiots, so I don't give a fuck. Yeah, fuck. Especially Jason. Fuck you, Jason. Whoever you are, I don't know. This guy left me. So it was a Big Dave is one of our listeners, and he ended up winning the $100 Walmart card. But we had a
There was a $100 Walmart card.
yeah, and
And then it took Tommy like
and then no,
32 months.
I gave him the Walmart card, but then also I was like, oh, you know what, this guy like deserves a pizza oven card, who's one of our sponsors, right? And then it took me 2-3 months to deliver it because he lives on the other side of the
2-3
city.
times 5.
Yeah, and just finally delivered it last night, and he was very happy. But Big Dave, go fuck yourself.
But he got his army.
Yeah, he told his buddies, like,
calling us
"Oh,
and
call and shit talk this guy." And one guy Jason left an email. Ooh. He said just basically to give him the gift card finally. And all these other guys attempted to call in, but they clearly don't know how to use technology.
well, apparently they all got messages back from
they're stupid.
from the squawk box that there were fucking issues.
Yeah, but if you leave us a message properly, then this is what it sounds like. And this is from our buddies, Back Alley Beers.
Uh-oh.
Hey!
Sup, fuckers? Back Alley Beers here. I know we just talked to you. By the way, Tommy, nice pubes. Just wanted to say we got to do another podcast collaboration, and really, really soon. And April 1st, doing a podcast show, live podcast show. We should really get you guys, collaborating with you guys, and we can do something together. That'd be fun. This is the next one, April 1st, taco competition. We're gonna have some games.
Fucking tacos.
Do you want to see my taco?
They want to Like, is this a hot sauce thing? Like, are they
I don't
thinking
know.
they can outdo us in any sort of fucking
No.
Bring it, bitches.
We got Jesse doing some comedian work, and Death Cassette's going to close out the night. It's going to be a good time. Now, you guys enjoy those Lost Planet Airmen motherfuckers,
Lost
and
Planet Airbags.
like they say in Hollywood, let's get that hockey. Oh fuck! It's fucked up again. God damn it.
I think Travis was 2 sheets to the wind when he called us before the show.
So this is what it sounds like, guys. Yeah, and feel free to call our voicemails anytime. Like
Dave, get your buddies to call again. I wanna hear them shit talk Tommy. I'm still disappointed we didn't get that.
Actually, now that you have the card and they call in, for every call, I'm gonna leave a piece of turd in your mailbox.
For every call, Tommy will give you another gift card on him.
Exactly. It'll
Not
be
on
empty.
me.
It'll be empty. It'll be just a gift card.
I will say from Travis there that the comedian that night is Jesse Bercier.
Jesse Bercier.
Yeah,
Nice.
it kind of cut off, but so I didn't want to leave that one out. And then
cool.
Death Cassette. So
Desk cassette.
Death Cassette.
No, that's we should. April 1st. I have a feeling I have something.
Maybe it's a
already.
joke. It's April Fool's. Maybe it's not even.
I know.
No, it's gonna-
What?
I think it's happening.
It's April Fool's. That's
Bryce is
gonna
No,
be
but
fucking
I
middle
think I
finger.
have something.
Ryan's probably gonna go.
I don't know. It's probably your birthday or something.
But like Bretsky said, go to our website, thevipod.com, and you can leave us a voicemail. On the bottom right-hand corner, you'll find a little microphone. Click on it and leave us a 2-minute voicemail. You can also email us.
Tell us about your stage fright when you're pooping.
Yeah. You can also leave us an email at vipodmail@gmail.com. Please rate and review our show on our website. You can go to Apple Podcast and Google Podcast and review there as well. You can subscribe on Spotify or listen to our podcast on Amazon Music and TuneIn. Find us on our social media, the VIPod on Facebook, and on IG, it's the VIPod Podcast. What's your guys' Instagram and Facebook?
Pornhub.com.
Pornhub. So you guys are on Facebook?
Pornhub.com/Lost Planet Airmen.
Do you guys have IG?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What is your tag?
/Lost Planet Airmen.
Okay, and same thing Facebook, right?
Same thing Facebook.
Well,
I think you'll be safe.
We will definitely put that in our pod script on bottom, and even in YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, it's going to be on the bottom here in the description. Thank you to our sponsors, to Safety Net Studio. Check them out at safetynetstudio.com. And Pizza Oven, order your pizza today at thepizzaoven.ca and use the promo code VIPod5 to get extra 5% off.
That's all part of my ad
Is
read
that
that
good
you're
pizza?
supposed to. Oh, buddy.
Because we didn't
so
get
good.
any from this one.
Yeah.
So, just saying.
Well, we
Pizza
still.
Oven.
That's his department.
The finale-
I'm a technical guy.
Just
yeah.
dropping it there, Pizza Oven. There we didn't get any.
We have another segment that's ready to go right about now. I should probably go get everything. But,
We have about 20 minutes.
okay, let me go grab everything then.
Run.
And we'll go from there.
Are you bringing this shit out?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna play. I think we're gonna play another song. Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll should we play the new one right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna play a new song that's not released.
All right.
It's only for you guys for at least until we figure out when we're gonna release it.
Okay. So we're the first
you're
ones.
You're the only people that have it.
Wow, that's awesome. We feel very special.
So
I mean, we
whenever
are special.
this comes out and we can start saying, hey, this is the only place you can listen to it, then they got to listen to the whole thing.
Because we're not gonna tell him. We're not gonna tell him. Well, that's where
Maybe
that
it's
song
in the
is.
middle. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
You just skip to the end, but this could be in the middle. You never know.
That is amazing. So I am just going to.
And you know what? Because we've already played some songs.
That's right.
Let's swap them. Yeah, fuck them real up. Good. Yeah, you're going to be, I'm just going to go right to the end. I'm not going to listen to the whole thing. No, we're going to fuck it up. You might be in the middle. You might be in the end. Who knows?
All right, so this song is called I Wanted More.
Correct.
And this is the first time it's being aired anywhere.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
No, we haven't done anything with it.
Okay, here we go.
Were you gonna do a fill or anything?
I wanted more. I wanted more than what I bargained for. I bargained more for what I had in store. 'Cause I wanted more. I played along until it all went wrong. Set to the beat of my self-righteous song. 'Cause I played along. Just when I thought I had it made, there comes a voice inside my head. Can't help but think this is the end. I wanted more than this. I wanted more than this. I wanted more than this. It left a scar. It cut me open like a razor blade. A blade made out of someone else's hate. It left a scar. It fell apart. Crumbled debris fell down and crushed my heart. It wasn't built right even at the start. It fell apart. Just when I thought that it is made, there comes a voice inside my head. Can't help but think this is the end. I wanted more than this. 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 I'll play this game till my life's drained. It's what we've all been trained to do. I'll keep on track despite my lack of motivation. Withered inspiration, totally neurotic, sensibly chaotic, mental instabilities. Just when I thought I had it made, there comes a voice inside my head. Can't help but think this is the end. I wanted more than this. 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 When I thought I had it made, there comes a voice inside my head. Can't help but think this is the end. I wanted more than this. I wanted more than this. I wanted more than this. I wanted more than this.
All right, you guys heard Lost Planet Airmen, I Wanted More. This is the very first time they've aired it anywhere. We're privileged and super pumped about the fact that they're exclusive. Yeah, that they chose our platform, our show, to air this song first time. So this is super awesome. Love the song, great song. What inspired you guys to write this song? You just wanted more.
Wieners.
What did you wanted more of? What?
That was the
Pussy.
probably the first time that we. I had the riff and everything, and then had a little bit of the song, and then when we were actually we got together as a band and we're doing it, I basically said, "Here's what I have," and I gave it to both of them.
Okay.
And they included the rest of the lyrics.
Well, as long as you don't want more of hot sauce, but we'll give you guys a little dab. What?
What are we doing? Let's go.
This one's called The End.
Yeah,
It's
been there.
It's a little segment.
The Flatline. Have you tried the Flatline yet?
Is it The End or is it the Flatline?
This is The End Flatline.
Oh, it's a new one.
It's a step up.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
So-
if
I've done
can
The
even do
End.
that.
So we like to give our guests a bit of the end, and I apologize that I burnt the fuck out of everything, but you said you like it.
Yeah.
So, fuck you. Enjoy the show. You guys are gonna have some of this hotline.
As you guys can see, I
Or,
gave you guys a little drop.
No, I'll give them more than that. That's not even.
No, that's
No, it's not, Tommy.
It's fine. Trust me. Don't you do it. Don't do more.
okay. Wait.
Let me try
This is where we find out who's got the small balls and big balls. So
No. Hang on a minute. It's nothing about the balls. I had a bad experience last time after the last hot sauce thing. I worked outside the next day, outside with no washroom. It was devastating. It was devastating. I had to leave.
Okay. So what we're gonna do though is
I would say that's enough.
I wear
No,
coveralls.
no,
That'd be
I'll do
fucking
it.
horrible.
Yeah. Well, I was in a one-piece suit in the snow with no bathroom. And we
that's true,
and
I
for
feel
dinner we had a 2-for beer and
see-
and 11 different hot sauces.
Well, that sounds to me like
I'm
you
just gonna do
you
it
kind
in
of
its entirety.
self-inflicted a lot of it.
I would do it again. But
Perfect, because we are.
yeah.
That one's yours.
So what's gonna happen is me and Tommy, we have this game where we're gonna
This one?
Yeah.
we're gonna ask you to name some lists and just see what comes to your mind while this is hitting you.
Okay, do
Are
it.
you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. There's no bones in that. Eat the whole thing. And I'll start it off. Name a candy that comes in 5 flavors.
Jolly Ranchers.
Skittles.
Like only 5 or like
No,
Five
add-
or more.
add
He's out here.
5
He's
or
out
more.
here.
5 or more.
5 or more?
More.
Holy fuck. What did you say,
Jolly Ranchers.
What did you say?
Skittles.
None of them are suffering. Tommy, do another one.
No, I'm just fine.
I'm beginning to suffer.
It's only started.
It'll catch up to them. We don't want to kill them. They can die after. Leave. They do.
Give me a snack.
5 flavors?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the sweet tarts? Is that a?
That's good.
5
Tommy, they're
flavors?
not suffering. Give them more. Like, this is bullshit.
I am
Like,
suffering
they're-
greatly.
I think
there's
they're.
not-
Hey! I think they're suffering enough.
Okay, well, for anyone who's feeling like a brave fella.
Jesus Christ.
For anyone who's feeling like a brave fella, and I'll join you. Pocket cheeseburger, Tommy! Fuck yeah!
Cheeseburger Tommy, where'd you get that from?
Pocket.
From the pocket.
I had to take one headphone off because it was too hot. Just one though.
Tommy, next roll. Give her.
True.
2. Name the term for 2 children born at the same time.
Twins.
Twins. Boom.
Is this all you got? Not
it gets
hot,
harder.
but just a question.
Name 1 casino.
I didn't have any liquids.
1 again. Name something with 1 color.
I was gonna say red, but that's not something. That's the color. Yeah. My shirt is gray. Is
Something
that's
with 1 color.
Your shirt. Okay, great. 3. Name a celebrity with a 3-syllable name.
Can't tell that.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
That's
That's
4.
4.
Hang on.
Oh, the whole name? I thought we meant the first.
Harrison.
Keith Richards.
That's 2.
That's pretty good.
Good.
Oh yeah.
That's correct. Let's do this again.
I didn't understand the assignment.
Name a music group with 5 members.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
Not us.
Yeah, not you.
Backstreet Boys.
There you go. NSYNC. All
right on,
those.
Tommy.
All those.
Tommy, roll
boy
one.
bands.
Oh. 5.
Name 5 amphibians.
Oh, come on. Fuck.
I just, by the way,
Where do you
cranked
get these
this
questions?
full of that hot
Frog?
sauce.
Isn't a frog an amphibian?
What is this dip? Like white.
I don't know.
Oh, there was not even meat in this. It was just all. It was dry.
Bretsky, you failed. How are you guys doing?
Yeah.
I'm suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Have
There
you
you
ever
go.
had crispy pork washed down with Pepsi?
No.
That's my life right
Washed
now.
down with PBR.
Yeah, it's the thing is with this hot sauce is not. It doesn't taste good.
No, it sucks.
No, it just burns.
Yeah.
And it burns on the way out too. And if you eat enough of it, even your piss will burn. Speaking of experience.
Good.
Next question. How are you guys even eating this?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. We went through the intergalactic sauces one.
Name the number of letters in the number 4.
Four.
4.
F-O-U-R.
Name the number.
4.
You didn't have to spell it. All right, guys. Well, gentlemen, it's been absolute pleasure. We are, again, very happy that you guys decided to share your new single with us, and hope you guys, hope the listeners enjoy it just as much as we did. Thank you guys for joining us here. Feel free to, drop a new single with us next time you release another one or the full album.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully one day we'll be able to have the studio set up so we can actually have a live performance as well, because we would definitely have you guys on here.
Yeah.
If you guys want to come and join
We
us.
do it. I'm not. We
Yeah.
wouldn't say no.
Okay. But yeah, again, thank you
The
guys
recordings are just better.
There's nothing enjoyable about this sauce.
Oh, relax. Should we close out with a song?
We
Please.
should. Which song should we play at the very, very end?
New World? New World Head Trauma.
New World Head Trauma. Okay, so you guys will hear this after the bonus track. Thank you guys again.
Bonus track.
Yeah. You'll see. To the listeners again, please join our Discord group. If you want to know how you get into Discord group, you can either be a guest on our show or you can subscribe to our website, and we will send you a link. Bretsky's throwing up, or maybe he's shitting his pants. Not sure, but thank you guys again. Fuck you. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
What the fuck is that? Hello?
I think it's one of those fucking ghosts he was talking about. It's not in there. No.
I don't think it's.
I think it's probably fan related.
Yeah. Where did they disappear to?
I don't know. I think they're. This is what happens. See, Ryan finds. Ryan's there. And then remember when Ryan found Grandma at Jimmy's house?
It's the
At where?
At Jimmy's house when Ryan started talking to Grandma.
Yeah.
And we didn't see him for an hour and a half.